zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. One. Check hot route. Hot. Here we go. 50.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Come on, baby. Woo! Check. One.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota, his throw incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
One. Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3. Get him. Say. Check 37. One. 3. One. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. One. Switch it.
Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mariota, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, 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 check. Watch the motion, watch the motion. Here we go.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Just make these big.
Now Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. 3.
On play action, Mariota. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Give me that ball, defense. Watch the safety creep. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, man. Hey. One. Bang, bang, bang.
Mariota to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
3-2-18. Chopper. 36. One. In your face. Watch 36.
To throw is Mariota. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3. One. It's going to be a long day.
To throw Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the
Check.
38-yard line.
Crunch. Kill. One.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They can't hang with us. Drum team Smith. Hey, turn it up. Shift. Check 26, check 26. 3.
From the 35 on second down, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Looking long for Westbrook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Mariota. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so...
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And got his man complete. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. I got it. He's checking. One. Where are they, team?
On second down, Mariota again. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back. 47 is the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Out.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Three. Line 36. Watch the ship. Hey.
The Titans go. It's Mariota. The open man is Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
36. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got one. One. Go. Jim.
Again, it's Mariota. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's forced out, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Hatchet. Watch the
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taywan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
At the 32-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. What? Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Foles. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield. What would you do?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a first throw here in overtime. Lee's got it over the middle. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Keep going right at him. Mike 37. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3. Mike 37. 3 buds. And we're going 37 to Mike. Mike 37. So we got man.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 2nd and 12, Foles throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Foles. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Receiver. 80 weapons. Hey, Echo. Come on. Down to hit. What do you hit?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On 2nd and 12, Foles. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Hey, stone one. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's go, D. Mike, Alpha. 55.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. What can Mariota do in the OT? And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Get the ball. One. 36. My alpha. Oh, you got deep? Watch 36. 36 to Mike. All day, punk. Mike, 36.
A first down throw for Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm in the sky.